better than it was.
Right. Got all your gear on? That's good. Well, we hope it keeps fine for you. Have a good day. How many in your group? Yeah, all right.
Well, I married an officer in the Marine Corps in World War II.
Right.
And went over there in 45 and stayed with the Marine Corps, worked with the Marine Corps.
And when
20 years. I came back here in 69 when my father died. My husband died in 65 of war-connected injuries on Iwo Jima.
Oh, well, this will be quite an event here for you, won't it?
I think so. I think it's wonderful.
That's
I
great.
wish my daughter could be here. She came down to live in New Zealand 6 years ago.
Right. Whereabouts does she
She
live?
lives in Orewa.
What's it like to be a star for the day? No? Film stars, huh?
Got a pen? One star. Do you want my signature?
You're giving autographs, are you?
Yes, I go along.
How come the guy, his uniform still fits him? He's kept in pretty good shape, hasn't he?
Well, that's a later model uniform, and it could be he's in good shape. Mine won't.
You can't get in your own
Mine,
uniform.
good heavens. I put the pants on, I got that much gap at the waist. I put the blouse on, I can't even get it over my shoulders. I weighed about 200 then, I weigh probably 225 now.
Have you met anyone else you met down here before when you came?
Just my host, this fellow in the gray jacket, Sam Fletcher, lives out in
Waitakaris?
no, Mangering.
Oh, yep. And you met him when you were out here
I met
before?
him 50 years ago and I saw him yesterday morning for the first time since 50 years.
It'd be quite something, wouldn't it?
Well, I was on TV last night. That was that big guy
Oh,
in
yep.
the red shirt with the tears running down his cheeks.
That was at the airport.
I'm a
wasn't it?
sentimental
Yeah.
Dutchman. And I just so happy. This meant so much.
Glad you could come.
Oh gosh, I'd have walked if I had to. so asked me if I was going to drive or fly.
You got to swim.
I said, there's 5,000 miles of ocean as I can measure it on the globe, and I said, that Plymouth of mine doesn't float worth a damn. I guess I better fly.
Good one. Oh, we'll have fun today.
Another woman asked me what month it would be down here. Can you imagine?
We'll catch up with you later. Thank you.
I sure hope so. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. You're from the United States Embassy? Or from
No. I live here.
right.
There's three of us who live in New Zealand. Still reserves.
I'm
ex-Air Force, Coast Guard, and then I went Merchant Marine.
Oh,
And
great.
I'm living here. There's three of us that we do the color guard for American functions. That's
that
all.
is terrific. Thank you.
Right.
All ready for today?
Yeah.
That's good. Hope the weather holds out for you. Puffed out, are you?
Oh, slightly.
Good job. Saw you yesterday. Good show, wasn't it, eh?
Yeah, good.
Very good. First class.
Yeah, very good. Lovely. Yeah.
That's why he fell off.
You keep keeping the peace, are you?
Yeah, keeping the peace. Yeah.
Good on you.
I don't know. I'm on the division executive board, and the first sergeant of Company A, 145th Infantry. I was a private in Battery C, the 135th Field Artillery. It took me a long year time before I got stripes. I came home very
Hey, for the first time in 50 years, isn't it?
That's right.
I saw you on TV last night.
We had a
Great feeling, isn't it?
Great feeling.
It makes you feel quite humble, doesn't it?
He was
Especially when you didn't know whether you might forget it or not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My mother was
Quite
born
a fun this weekend, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
Mom was born in Havelock.
On Sunday I'm going to the
And I haven't been
cenotaph
in
service.
Right.
But it's darn much of that country. See, it stretches out for many miles.
Party on Tuesday.
Oh, very good. Oh, well.
We've
My
got it
kids
all
are-
mapped out for the 18 days that he's going to be here.
I'll catch up with you later.
Worship, the Mayor of Auckland, Mr. L.R. Mills, MBE, Right Honourable Don McKinnon, MP, representing the New Zealand Government, the Honourable Richard Prebble, MP, representing Her Majesty's Opposition, General Dwayne Gray, the Under-Secretary of Veterans Affairs, the Government of the United States of America, accompanied by Mr. M.D. Bellows, Consul General for the United States of America, Mr. C.E. Top, the New Zealand Returned Services Association, Mr. D.G. Conway, QSM, and Del Sutton of Operation US Down Under, Mr. A.E. Hartnell, and Mr. L.J. Pipes, the Auckland Returned Services Association. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America.
When our president at that time, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, issued the call at the request of Prime Minister Winston Churchill for the American Armed Forces to defend New Zealand, the words were loud and clear. The only need for us to defend New Zealand was the fact that your own gallant and heroic men were receiving their own taste of the stench of war in places like Crete, Greece, Tobruk and El Alamein, where they fought heroically and valiantly. It was a dark time in 1942. History will chronicle the fact that we were actually losing that war, and dark clouds loomed all around us. When we arrived here early in 1942, we were proud, young, perhaps cocky young Americans of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Marine Divisions, the the 25th, the 37th, and the 43rd Army Divisions, the men of our Pacific Fleet and our Air Corps, and many other military units in the United States would train here amidst the scenic splendors of this great country. But some of us vowed that we would return, and we did. And when we returned, we fermented them friendships. And we cemented them further because some became sweethearts, some became husbands, some became fathers. And even as we meet here today, there walks amongst us the blood of American men who lost their lives at Guadalcanal and Tarawa and other places known to us. Never to see the smile of their children, and never to share the tears that parents should share. I guess I could best try to explain better what I'm trying to tell you by recalling an incident that took place in my own life some years ago in one of our major cities in the United States. I had come across a small gang of young lads, ages ranging from 13 to 15, who was thoroughly thrashing a much smaller lad. It was a horrible situation. And I and another friend stepped in between to prevent any further harm being done to this little lad. And as it ended and the older boys departed, I stood there telling this little lad who had fought so gallantly, and as his nose was bleeding and his eyes were slowly blackening, I had told him how I admired his courage and his bravery and his conviction to his beliefs. And I suppose it was just because of my own curiosity, I asked him his nationality. And with a very rugged, boyish-looking grin and a strong display of pride, he said, "My mom's a New Zealander." And he says, "My dad's a Yank." And at that moment, a tear of memory sort of rolled down my cheek. And I could almost hear the very vibrant voice of Vera Lynn, the words of her songs. "We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but we'll meet again some sunny day. Kiwis, I cherish your friendship. And my mates and I, we love you. And wherever you go, may God always walk with his hand in yours. God bless you and thank you."
With this cenotaph, for these were merciful men whose righteousness has not been forgotten. Their bodies are buried in peace, but their name liveth forevermore. In the deepest sense, our comrades are with us today. Somehow they stand with us proudly, gratefully, beneath the flags of our nations. May God bless you all.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them. General Dwayne Gray and Mr. M.D. Bellows on behalf of the government of the United States of America.
Hi, how are you today? Yes, ma'am. That's right. You're my lost aunt.
Well, I put me your last right on top of them. Deep down in there, I look over and I see my friend. Well,
We came a little early.
Enjoyed it, have you?
oh,
Lovely, wasn't it?
yes.
Thank you. Fred, you're from Maryland, eh? Near
Yes,
Potomac,
sir.
are you?
Sorry?
Near Silver
Silver
Potomac?
Spring?
Silver Springs, Maryland?
Oh, Silver Spring's not too far away from me. It's only about
Rockville?
30 miles away.
I stayed in Potomac about 20 odd years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You've
Yeah,
come
no,
along.
that's pretty down through there. We get down Silver Springs quite a bit. Travel on past Silver Springs and on past the University of Maryland and down into Washington.
And you were at Guadacanal, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were at Guadalcanal.
Have you got many buddies from then?
There's one with me.
Yeah.
There's two left out of the original platoon.
Right.
And one of us, well, both of us are here.
Right. Oh, well, you have a great time.
Well, that we are. Beautiful.
I got to run down here and get some pictures taken. Real pleasure. Real pleasure. Oh, we are. U.S.
Were you in Guadacanal with your mate there, were you?
Yeah, I was in Guadalcanal. I was in Guadalcanal, Tarawa,
What division were you in?
2nd Marine Division.
You got any buddies still left from that? Many buddies?
Yeah, there's a few, and that's one right over there.
Right, he's your best
Yeah.
buddy today.
Yeah.
Good one, huh?
There isn't too many of us left that was, when we came off at Tarawa in our platoon, we went ashore with 73 and come off with 13, and 6 of us was wounded. So there wasn't many.
Is this the first time he's been back to New Zealand?
First time.
Oh, right. Quite a moving event for you,
Oh,
wasn't
I
it?
tell you, we have had a ball.
Right.
And the way they have, the program they have put on for us is unreal.
Right.
Just unreal.
Oh, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of it.
I'm sure we will, yeah.
See you later.
Kia ora! Once more! Good on you. It's been a few years since there's been a camp concert in this particular theatre. In fact, about 50 years ago, some of the performers that we're going to be seeing in the show today were on this very stage, and you can hear the ghosts in the room. Can't you? We're going to see a great mixture of young and old variety, a very special welcome to our American visitors, and congratulations to everybody. Fabulous. So if you feel like joining in the songs like you've already done, do it. Let's get the show underway with our very first special lovely lady, and it's Brenda Thorne. Would you please give a big welcome to Patricia Over and her Hollywood lady. Will you give a big welcome, please, to a lady to introduce some laughs to your life? Beverly Davis, please, ladies and gentlemen.
I told you before, Tony, where I go, my knitting goes. Why?
Would you please say hello and give a warm welcome to Johnny and Billy Bradfield.
You went away and my heart went with you. I breathe your name in my every breath. And if there's some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know how. You'll never know if you don't know now.
Time now to introduce the Tony Savage concert part. We all know Tony and her marvellous efforts to entertain the boys during the war, and although she broke her ankle just a few weeks ago and she's actually only had the plaster off for a matter of days, she wasn't going to miss this chance to appear in what could be the last ever concert show in this Papakura Hall. So would you please say hello again and welcome Tony Savage and the Tony Savage Show.
Thank you.
Simply pining for a life
Somebody show him
All you have to do is push that button all the way down.
Here we go. Hey, is any cameras broken yet?
Oh, you had the power turned off.
Jeannie Williams. Oh, that's a long nice. You did. He's the artist from that. I thought of you the other day. As I came up Lady Smile.
To welcome our American visitors and their friends to Walford. Well, this is a wee bit awkward. I've got people all around me. I hope you'll be able to hear. Anyhow, on behalf of the people of the Rodney district, and in particular the Warkworth area, I have a very pleasurable duty to give you a very, very warm welcome to Warkworth. And it is a warm day today. I'm very pleased you didn't come yesterday because it wasn't such a good day. That was, and all of you chaps that were in the Warkworth area of the American services knew that during the time you're here, we always had days like this, didn't we? I know that everyone is very waiting around to be able to talk to you, shake your hand and give you the same warm welcome as you had some 50 years ago when you were here, walking around the streets, stalking around the streets and marching around the streets. Of course, you're much older now than you were then, so you will have to expect a different type of welcome to what you had in those days. Nevertheless, it is a great thing to see so many of you here and come back, bring your wives with you, girlfriends, I don't know who you've got with you still. It doesn't matter, we don't ask those questions. It's marvellous to see you all here. When you go up through the town, I've no doubt you'll still know where the old pepper tree was, where the hotel is, Stubbs Butchery, these things. There hasn't been a great deal of changes to those buildings. The campsites have been on a plaque here, the location of the campsites. There's very, very little left of those now. As a matter of fact, I don't know if there's anything left on any of those sites that would even let you know that there had been camps here during that time. I might say that I come to Kuiper Flats. I don't know if any of you were out there. We had the big supply depot out at Kuiper Flats on our property, and there was quite a few people out there. So there's just, well, as a matter of fact, I'm not right. There's part of the old ablution building still on my property. That hasn't fallen down yet, so, you know, that's 50 years old. So, enough of me. I know Sir Geoffrey wants to say something to you, but once again, a very warm welcome to you, one and all, and I hope that you enjoy the day you have just looking around here, meeting old friends. I've no doubt there will be people here that you'll be able to recognise or strike up a friendship with again. So, thanks for coming to Warkworth. Hope that you have a very pleasant day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I was asked to bid a very, very warm welcome to you all by the conveners of this, Mr. David and Mrs. Conway, both of whom are here today. Take a bow.
Thank you.
I'm going to mention a little bit more a little bit later, and I won't take very long. But of course, in welcoming you all, and which I've been asked to do by the conveners, I would first of all think of those who have travelled here from America this time, and those who are Americans who are living here, and all the local residents. Warkworth became a very famous place. The Queen Street Parade yesterday was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life, on Friday. It was one of the greatest. And you can thank the committee for that. Chairman David Conway, his wife Dell, and Terry Dunleavy, all of whom I knew, and George Mulder originally. It was magnificent. Far better than the Horse Guards Parade in London, which I've seen so often, and a magnificent show all round. And I was just about crying as we went up Queen Street. It was just wonderful work. Well, thank you, David. Thank you, Del. I call on Glenn Still of the 43rd Division, 103rd Infantry, the anti-tank company. You walk with well in the old days. Righto, Glenn.
Thank you. For me to be back here. I was here in '42 as an American soldier. I was with the 43rd Division, as if you have heard. It wasn't as pleasant as it is now, but I did meet a great number of wonderful people. They were so courteous to me and so friendly. If I would walk up the street in the afternoon, on a Sunday afternoon when I had time, I would be invited in for tea and crumpets. That was something new for me as an American, but I have remembered that all of my life. I came back here last Monday morning. Dell, which is a very personal friend of mine, which I spent some time on her father's farm in the Army. We were there at the camp there for a while. When this program was set up, I got a personal letter from Dell asking me to come back. I'm not the youngest man in the world. I wondered whether I could make it, but it has been great. And as you heard before, the parade up Queen Street, just unbelievable to me. As I was riding in one of the Jeeps, and as I was riding up the street, I would imagine there was 25 or more people said, "Hi, Glenn. How did they know me?"
Almost everybody's called Glenn.
But it was a wonderful experience to be amongst you folks that are so courteous to all of us. Another highlight of my stay here was at the big dance on Saturday night. I was presented with a Maori canoe, war canoe. I'm sorry that I did not get the significance of it from the fellow that gave it to me, but it's a great treasure. It was given to me in behalf of the 43rd Division, which I am a part of. It is just outstanding. When we came down the street here and seen all you folks standing here waiting to greet us, it has been marvelous. Words doesn't express my feeling. I thank you very much for the invitation here during this time, and it has been great. Thank you.
After this, ladies and gentlemen, the servicemen will go up to the museum, not to go through the museum, but to see the four-man hut, so many of them occupied when they were in this area. Following that, they will come down to the museum, where they will have, to the RSA, where they will have a meal, and you are all welcome to use the facilities of the RSA to meet members of the visiting Americans who have come down under United States down under. Members of the United States Force, I think we should pay a silent tribute to absent comrades. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
You want me to take a photo of you in there? Yeah, let's take a photo of you in there. Just press?
Just press.
Right, okay. Come out a little bit where you get right. Don't shine. That's smile. Smile. 1, 2, no, 3.
Frankly, I thought they were outstanding because we always lived in tents, and when we came down here, we got the huts, and but I don't remember it being so small.
You must have grown a bit, you reckon?
Yes.
Better than a tent.
Far superior.
Far superior,
Yeah. Well, actually, it was a marvelous experience to. I was in Wellington, Paikakariki.
What division were you in?
2nd Marine Division.
Right.
17 years old, and when I came down here.
About 40 when you got home. You felt like 40, did you?
Yeah.
Enough experiences, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Having a good time here?
Oh, an outstanding time. I always remembered all my life. And over the years, traveled everywhere. China, Europe, wherever, and always wanted to come back to New Zealand. The opportunity developed, and came
this
back.
is the first time that you've
Oh,
been?
yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, you have a good time. Thank you.
Next door, Trent, an old pot-bellied coal stove and candle. Yeah. We took turns starting the fire.
That's your sister?
Yes. Yes, she married an American naval officer here during the war.
And whereabouts is she now?
Oh, she's now in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's a lot, that's 50 odd years, well, that's 50 years ago. This is how she looks now. How's that? There we are.
That's what she looks like.
That's 50 years on.
There's my daughter now.
Thank you, that's lovely. Oh, what a pretty girl.
Yes.
Here we are, there's the bridesmaid with her brother-in-law. Oh, and here's the bride. You've got the whole thing.
Yes. You see our building
Yes.
too.
And there we've got the bride.
They got cans of beer and they went back to the camps with it because I think it was Army Day.
Oh, what a
Thanksgiving
pretty
Day.
girl.
Yes.
Looks like Audrey Hepburn. Isn't she gorgeous? Now, where's she?
Oh, well,
oh, thank you.
Come here for lunch every day, do you?
No, we don't belong here at all.
Where do you come from?
I come from Wangapura. He comes from Mangawai. We were both in the Air Force at Guadacanal in 1942.
Both in the same crew, and the first time we've talked to each other in 50 years.
That's amazing, isn't it? Was that the first time in 50 years you've seen your buddy here?
Yes, it is.
50 years.
1942.
That was when we were on Guadalcanal. That's him. That's me.
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
It was Nathaniel Wilson built it in about 1900.
And the Americans used it as a
headquarters.
That was like a command post, was
Yep,
it?
Yep.
And for this whole Warkworth area?
Yes, yep. And over there, a signal section. Have a look in my book, you'll see it. Photo of this, photo of that.
And did they sleep here, was it, or just as officers?
I don't think I slept here because the camp was in there,
Right.
the camp over the road, two of the old buildings over there.
Very good, thank you.
You can see some of the photos up there. Well, you see, before we came here, we went up to Guadacanal and up through there, you know. And then after that, we come down here for 3 months. We stayed here in Walker for 6 months. And we went up to Rotorua, you know, maneuvers. Now, when we left here, well, we went to New Guinea.